So you notice Unit 8 is called Logic of Fractions. This unit's going to be a lot on fractions and concepts with them, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, how you do that. We're going to start with tables and how to visualize. If you look at front cover, this unit connects ideas about fractions, algebra, number line, area models, all things we have talked about. The main goal of this unit is to use logic to understand operations of fraction. During the unit, keep asking yourself good questions that we talked about in Unit 7. What can I do? What can I figure out? And so on. So jumping right in, first question. It says these rods can be arranged into a square as shown on the left. And I got a picture of them there. In each column, use the given information, find values for the length of the rest. So we're going to kind of go through the thinking out loud, and then we're going to fill out that chart. First question says, or first comment, Lena says, look at the blue box. That's this one right here. I wonder why it's 3 over 2 instead of 1.5. They're the same numbers, so why 3 over 2? Michael responds with, I wonder that also. But then I started to notice how the numbers in the table are related. Might be useful to write 3 over 2. What do you mean? Lena responds with, and he says, look at column C. I wrote the whole numbers first because I saw the red dot is twice 1/2, which is 1. So he's filling it out right here. So the red bar is 2 of these. So he went 1/2, 1, 3 over 2, 2. Yeah, that's good. Calling the light green rod 3 over 2 makes it easy to see how they are related. So the reason he went 3 over 2 is, can you see how these two greens are related?
Mm-hmm.
How?
They both have the 3.
Nope. Look at the size. That's what I'm wondering.
That's half.
Half, right? So half of 3 means the same as dividing by 2. That's why they wrote it as 3 over 2. Now, would it be wrong if you wrote 1.5? Absolutely not. 2, what would go here? Following that pattern.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5. So go ahead and write that in there.
I'm so
I had a
genius.
pen.
I don't even know what 2.5 looks like.
2 and 1/2.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead and fill that out in the big chart as well. Just transfer those numbers straight up.
Yes, sir. Read.
Oh, I think you already think
All right, now let's fill out the rest. I don't know, let's go way to the right. So 1/8, 2/8. What would be above that? Following the same pattern.
3/8.
3/8. And then
4/8.
4/8. Now you might see 1/2 there, which is fine. Above that.
5/8.
And
6.
yeah, and you might see 3/4 there. So that one's going by 1/8. How about the one next to it to the left? What's that one going by?
The word.
1/4. So you want to go up or down?
Down. 2/4.
2/4 or 1/2
1/4.
and 1/4. Above?
1 and 1/4.
1 and 1/4 and
1 and 2/4.
1 and 2/4 or 1.5. So this one went by 1/8, this one went by 1/4, this one went by 1/2. What do you think this one's going to do? So it's doubling each time.
5s.
No.
1.
Ones. So we're going to go by ones.
2, 3.
4, 3, 2, 1, 6. All right, the other way you can analyze it is look at the purple right here. How many of these boxes represent a purple?
4.
4. So if the purple's 20, what is each box?
4. Oh, wait, no. 5.
5. So I'm going to start with 5 on the bottom.
5, 10, 15.
Yep, by 5s.
30.
Write them in. All right, next page. If the little box is 1, what goes above it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, do you remember what color was half of the big green one?
The little green.
Little green one. So what's half of 2?
1,
1. So how many spaces are between 1 and 2 here?
2, 3.
3. So each one is going up a third. 1 and a third. 1 and 2/3. 1 and 3/3, which is 2. Subtract a third. What's 1 minus a third?
3/3. 4. 2/3.
2/3. And underneath that,
1/3.
there you go.
Can't speak today.
All right, question 3. It says 1/3 plus 4/3. So we do already have a common denominator. What do you think that's going to be? 5/3. Question 4 says, give me 2 more ways to name that number. 2 more ways to name 5/3.
5 and 1/3.
Nope.
1 and 2/3.
1 and 2/3. I could also just double both of these. What's 5 doubled and 3 doubled?
10/6.
There you go. That's another way to write it. Question number 5. What is 1? And you can draw it out if you want.
1,
Plus 2/3
like Devin said. 1 and 2/3.
or 5/3. 2 minus what to get me to 1/3? So how do I get from 2?
1 minus 2/3. Oh no. 1 and 2/3.
1 and 2/3. 5 spaces. So 5/3 or 1 and 2/3 would be fine. Okay, up to you if you want to use that number line to help you. Certainly not required. Okay, number 7, again, you have a number line there. What is 5/3 simplified to?
1 and 2/3.
So 1 and 2/3 plus 2.
3 and 2/3.
3 and 2/3. Okay, number 8 says, give me 3 other ways to write that.
3 and 4/6.
Yep. Could make it improper. 3 times 3 plus 2. Could write it as 11/3. You could double both of that. 22/6. Question number 9. 4/3 plus 4/3 plus 4/3. 12/3, which is 12 divided by 3. Yeah, same thing as 4. All right, which expression also shows 4/3 or plus 4/3 3 times? Certainly the first one. I got 3 4/3.
Could you word that as? Oh, well, that, yeah. I was gonna ask if that's that one.
Let's see, what would the answer to this one be?
No.
Do you get 4?
Um,
12 divided by 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the same thing. How about the next one?
Yes, that's the same thing.
How about the last one?
No. Oh, yes.
Well, 1 plus 1/3 is 4/3.
Yeah.
And I got 3 of them. Yeah, that's the same thing. Question 11. 0 and 4/3 are marked on here. Remember, 4/3 is 1 and 1/3. Let's put the following on here. All right, so let's do 1 first. Where would 1 go?
Sort of in the middle.
Here?
No, like,
He means between 0 and
Yeah.
1/3.
Yeah, a little closer to 1 1/3 though. So that one's done now.
4 would go in the end.
4 is way on the right. That certainly looks like our biggest number.
Yeah.
1/3 would go right
Why is he allowed to do this, but I'm not?
there.
No, go sit down now.
Thank you.
Where's 1/3 go?
Between 1 and 0.
Right in the middle?
A little closer to the left.
Yeah, 1/3 of the way between 0 and 1. 1/3. 8/6. What's 8/6 simplified to?
1 and 2.
Divide them both by 2, what do you get? 4/3. It is already on here. It's the exact same as that one. To see if you know where it goes. 8/3. I guess I forgot to do that one. 8/3 was the first number. What is 8/3 the same as?
1/3.
No.
2 1/3.
No. 8/3.
2/3.
3 times 2 is 6. 2 and 2/3. So it's double this distance. So maybe about right here.
Yeah.
8/3 or 2 and 2/3. Last one, 1/6.
1/6 will go right
Right between the
after.
1/3 and 2.
Yeah.
Right in between those two.
1/6 of the way.
It's halfway between those two.
No, I meant 1/6 of the way to.
1/6 of the way to 1,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I was saying.
So why? I don't ever get the lines. I thought it
Biggest to
was-
smallest, or smallest to biggest, going left to right. Question 12. So we've done these who am I before. Now we have some fractions. Simply means numerator on top, denominator on the bottom. So I'm equal to 1. That means they got to be the same. The product is 64 between those two numbers. So the same number, that multiplies to give you 64. Thank you. 8/8 is correct.
That's what I was about to say.
Question 13. I'm greater than 4. Okay, so it's got to be bigger than 4. So the top number is more than 4 times bigger than the bottom. The product is 18. So they multiply together to give you 18. The bottom has to be even. So give me an even number on the bottom. 2. What multiplies together with 2?
9.
Is that bigger than 4?
Yes.
See,
What is it?
9.
What's 9/2?
3. It's
Half of 9.
3.
4.5. That's how you know it's bigger than 4. All right. We've done a lot like 14 already.
1.
Done a lot like 15. We got another one of those to do, so we're going to skip those two for right now. Let's concentrate on 16. 1/3 plus 1/6. Let's get a common denominator. What's a common denominator of 3 and 6?
6.
So I need to make the first one into 6. 3 times what would give me 6? 2. So 1 times 2. 1 times 2.
2.
Now add them together.
3/6.
which is the same as 1/2. Question number 17. Again, you can always use these number lines to help you. 1/6 plus another 5.
That'd be 6/6, which is equal to 1.
6/6, which is equal to 1. Next one. Common denominator of 3 and 2.
6.
3 times what is 6?
2.
2 times what is 6?
3.
So I gotta take top times 3. So 2/6 plus 3/6.
5/6.
Very good. Number 19. Common denominator is going to be something over 6. Notice the last one is a 3, so it must be reduced. So let's give this one a denominator of 6 as well.
And then the top number of 2. 4.
4. Got to take it times 2.
Oh, yeah.
So can you see what goes in the blank now?
5.
5.
Oh, wait.
1 plus
No,
what
3.
is 4?
3.
3. 3/6 or 1/2 is what would go there.
I misunderstood the question for a moment.
All right, let's do one of the two on the bottom. Let's do number 20. Let's add those up, see what we get. 1/6 plus 2/6 plus
You had
3/6.
6/6, which is 1.
6/6, which is 1. So which answers there would give me 1?
Three. 1 plus 3 plus 3.
No.
First one, second one, third one, or fourth one? Which one are you looking at?
First one.
First one does. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Divided by 6 is 1. Any others there?
The 1/6 and 1 plus 2 plus 3.
This one?
Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Divided by 6 or time 1/6 is 1.
6 and 18.
6 divided by 18 is 1.
No, it's not.
That's 1/3.
So we can cross that
Yeah, so
out. And the third one.
think the third one?
So
No, the third one wouldn't make it either. It's 1 plus 1 plus 1 is at 3 plus.
that's not how that works, Landon.
It does work. They are just reduced.
Indeed. I was wrong.
2/6 reduces to 1/3. 3/6 is 1/2. That is the exact same thing.
Don't forget, Sean. Don't forget what brings the hot chocolate and
Shut up.
cookies.
All right, next page. Again, I think they overdid how many examples they have here.
Don't do math on the phone. Don't do math.
Let's just pick one.
Uh,
Pick one that looks nice, A through I.
ah.
Yeah, I just realized we're getting fractions here as we go to the right.
See?
See, all right.
What?
I'm
Two
so-
votes for F to get.
I'm so
You don't want to do F.
Yes, I do.
All right, so how many of these boxes equal that green? Do you remember?
3. You can honestly
That's
decide.
that's
all
from
of
that one.
them. Not 3.
3.
I know. Why
So that means each box is
C is too easy.
1,
Yeah, but F was too hard.
2,
No, it's not.
3,
Maddie.
4, 5, 6.
F is actually really
Maddie,
easy.
really?
F is literally really easy. I'm sorry, but it is.
All right, let's do F. We'll see how easy it is,
Yeah,
Landon.
let's see, Landon.
How many of those white squares make up the yellow?
5 over 1.
How many white squares make up the yellow?
5 over 2.
How many white squares make up the yellow?
5 over 3. Oh, wait. Oh, the yellow.
The answer is 5. 5 of these make up the yellow.
Then why is there a 5 with purple?
What?
We're looking at F. There is no 5 on the
Oh,
purple.
no, I'm doing I. Whoops.
Landon,
All right, so it is 5 of these. So 3 divided by 5. I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. 3/5. So the one above it, 3/5 plus 3/5.
6/10.
No, you don't add the denominator when you add fractions.
6/5.
6/5. Plus another 3/5. 9/5. Plus another 3/5.
12/5.
12/5. Plus another 3/5 is 15/5, which is 3. 15 divided by 5. 15/5 plus 3 is 18/5. So you can see, as you go, it gets a little more messy. But Landon thought that one was easier.
Yeah, man.
I thought that was I. I was doing I instead
I
of
was getting
that.
I.
Do you know your alphabet?
No.
You know them.
All right, question 23. Give me 3 names for the number the arrow is pointing at.
2.5.
1.
There's one name. 2.5, right between 0 and 5.
1/2.
1/2 is not between 0 and 5, right in the middle.
Oh,
3 halves.
3 and 1/2. 3.
3 halves.
It's 2.5, but I need 2 other ways to label 2.5.
Oh, 2 and 1/3.
That's not 2.5.
Oh, wait. 5 halves.
5 over 2 is 2.5.
3 over 2.
That is 1.5.
15 over 5.
15 over 3.
That's 5. I'm trying to get to 2.5.
12 over 3.
That's 4.
11.
14 over 3.
That's 4.
11 over
12 over 3 is 4.
3. 11 over
Just double both those numbers, guys.
10 over 4.
Perfect.
I won.
Or how about a decimal? How about somebody says 2.5?
2.5.
I didn't know we could do that.
It says 3 ways to label that number.
But we're
don't
doing
do that.
fractions.
That's fine. All right. Look where this one is at before you say an answer.
1.
1/2.
2 over 2.
How many spaces is it all the way across?
4.
Count them again.
5.
5. So it's 4 divided by 5 spaces.
4 divided by
Just leave it as a fraction, 4/5. Give me 2 other ways to write 4/5.
2, 4, 8 over 10. 3.
Double it, 8 over 10.
16, 20.
Take it times 4. Or the other one times 2. Perfect. Those are all 4/5.
Woo!
25. How many spaces to get from 0 to 18?
4.
4. So 18 divided by 4. Again, I'm going to write it as a fraction. Give me another way to write that.
9 and 1.
No.
60 over 40.
9 over 2.
160 over 40?
Man.
You took it times 10. That'd be 180 over 40.
Yeah,
It
it
worked.
went 80.
Are we able to go down?
Sure.
Okay. So
Reduce
9
it.
over 2.
What about decimal?
9 over 2.
15?
9 over 2.
Well, I said 9 over 1. So
Correct. You didn't divide the bottom by 2 for some reason.
What about 9.2?
No, it'd be 4.5 if you're going to do a decimal.
Oh.
Last one we're going to talk about on this page. 26. How many spaces between 0 and 8?
3.
So your first one is 8 over 3. 8 divided by 3. Give me another one, Landon.
It has to be landed.
4 and 2.
No.
4 and 1. 16 over 6.
Double them. Kira, give me another one. Landon should write these down. That would help.
32 over 24 over 12. He said me.
32 over 12
I'm just saying a word.
times 4 times 4.
It's a good try, bestie.
Thanks, bestie.
All right, last page. Paulo walks down 11 stairs in 4 seconds. Complete this equation to determine how many stairs he can go down in 20 seconds. Again, I like to draw an arrow vertically or horizontally. This one's horizontally. How do I get from 4 to 20?
Multiply.
Times 5. So that's the same thing I got to do to the top.
11 times 5 would be 55.
55. So Paulo can go down 55 stairs in 20 seconds.
He's fast.
Question 31.
I don't.
Jacob answers 9 service calls in 2 hours. How many can he answer in 6 hours? Again, I just like to have a visual of how do I get from one to the other.
Multiply by
Times 3. I like to show that. So now what do I got to do to the top?
You're welcome, best.
multiply it by 3.
Which is?
$27.
27. Okay, I want you to try 32 through 35. Just like that. Draw the arrows. I don't know, I'll give you a couple minutes. That's 30 seconds per problem. I don't think you'll need that. Draw your arrows. Do the same to the missing number.
I have a question. How are you supposed to know which one you multiply by?
They all multiply.
Draw your arrows.
I did, but which number?
The first one would be 4 to 24. The numbers that you know.
Which is 6.
Do you need to borrow my multiplication chart? Oh.
Can we keep going if we already got that
I
one?
want all 4 of them. Help yourself out. I don't see your arrows.
I did arrows.
Good.
Were we supposed to?
I asked you to do arrows, so yes. 4 to 24
7.
is times 4.
6.
Or 6, I mean. 1 times 6. Your answer is 6.
That is not right. I'm calling that false.
It is right.
Question number 33. Now my arrow goes the other way. Or you can do dividing, I guess. 5 times 8 is 40. Same to the 2 times 8.
16.
Let's go. Seven.
Number 4, or 34. I could go across again. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do horizontal.
That's what I did. I did not do that. I didn't do that.
3 times 7 is 21. Do the same to the 1 times 7
63.
is 7.
It's 7, Maddie.
1 times 7.
I got the same thing,
Your
Bestie.
streak is ruined.
All right, Sean and Madison.
I got 60.
You're going this way, 1 times 3. So you got to look at it as what times 3 is 21. Your arrow has to go the same direction. It's not 21 times 3. 3 times 3 is not 1. 1 times 3 is 3. What times 3 is 21? 7. Last one, going across, times 8 is, of course, 24. Question 36. I am equal to 24 over 30. My numerator is a perfect square. Remember, perfect square means 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared. Can't be more than that because it won't fit there. My denominator is less than 10. Obviously, it can't be. I guess it could be a bigger number. Bless you. All right, so it reduces to 24 over 30. Numerator is a perfect square. Well, so which one of these numbers is going to 24 nicely?
4.
4?
Or 1.
Okay, so then I'm going to draw my arrow. Divide by 6 from 24 to 4. Divide by 6.
2. Oh, no,
30
5.
divided by 6 is 5. 4 over 5. 37, I'm equal to a half, so whatever we have here would reduce to 1 over 2. My denominator is 4 more than my numerator. So it reduces to a half. Denominator is 4 bigger than the top. So I guess start with give me a bottom number.
Would it be 8 over 8?
4 over 8.
Yeah, I got it right.
Reduces to a half. Bottom is twice as big as the top.
I'm such a genius.
Mystery grid, I think we're fine.
Go to fractions. These are not fine. These are fractions.
All right, let's try one then.
We're doing 40. We are doing
We'll do 38. We'll just do the first one.
Oh my
Aren't
god.
you guys glad I saved
All right,
my
this
life?
No.
this one is a half. Of course. This one I know has to be 1 or 2. Don't know the order at this point. Which two numbers add up to 5 over 2? Remember, 5 over 2 is 2.5. Which two numbers would add up to 2.5? 2 and 1/2. There's already a half right here, so I know this has to be 2. So then I already know what has to be on the right.
I did it.
1. Above it, what goes above the 1?
2.
And now it's just filling in the missing ones. So fractions are nothing to be scared about, Landon.
Mr. Norbert, why is it that
Mr.
ours
Norbert.
look different, but mine's right? It's 8.
Landon, there's multiple ways you can do it.
They're not.
Landon finds a way.
No, but look.
He'll find a way.
1 plus a half is not 2.5.
But it
It
works.
has to be, it's not. That doesn't add up to 2.5.
It's close enough.
Nope.
Landon.
We're going to do one of the two bottom ones. Let's just choose 41.
Landon hit me.
41.
You hit my best.
What is each side?
2.
Okay, let's concentrate on the bottom then.
This.
Right side. If this is 2, what's each side here?
1.
1. So now you should be able to tell me the yellow flower or yellow butterfly. What 3 things would add up to 1?
1/3.
1/3. Probably going to get some fractions here now, right?
The triangle is a half.
Alright.
Triangle is not a half.
Triangle is 1.
Yeah, each side's got to be 1.
Clover is a half.
No.
The stopped orange thing is 1/4.
Hold on.
And the
Very good.
flower is 1/3.
We're so proud of you. Good job, bestie.
Thank you. Beth.
All right, page 8.
Fun.
Now you say there's 1. Please hate him.
I like it.
And
Be quiet, man.
So there's your homework. Page 8, A through